Welcome back, everybody. Why don't we start with painting our Harley skull? We're going to paint the red side and then the black side, and then we'll clean up the white parts. I'm going to speed through this painting so you're not sitting here stuck listening to me talk while I paint slowly. Red side's done, so let's fill in the black parts. Now we're going to put some white paint into the little cup, and for the record I am using acrylic paints. And then we're going to get the pom-poms painted and start cleaning up some of the face.
I found a box of colors in the sunshine glow, flashes of our love where imagination flows, painting memories in my mind with glitter in my hands, a frame of my soul, the only world that understands. Pour it out, let it shine, making magic one drip at a time. In my heart I create resin dreams that won't wait. Colors swirl, stories blend with every layer I transcend. Craft and beauty, I feel alive in my resin dreams. I thrive. Remember that rainy afternoon, we sat and talked by the window pane. With splashes of our joy, we washed away the gray. Now I mix my memories with a touch of silver glow. Each piece tells a story, in the art my heart will grow. Pour it out, let it shine, making magic one drip at a time. In my heart I create resin dreams that won't wait. Colors swirl, stories blend with every layer I transcend. Craft and beauty, I feel alive in my resin dreams. I thrive. Sparks of gold in every heart.
I'm just trying to find a safe place to wrap the skull so that I can set it aside.
Castles made.
And we're going to let that dry, and then we will come back to it in our next video. And I'm just going to speed clean this up real quick,
Pour it out
because we definitely don't want to do any resining with anything on the silicone mat.
at a time. In my heart I create resin dreams that won't wait. Colors swirl, stories blend with every layer I transcend. Craft and beauty, just you and me, creating memories, sparkling bright in this art. We find our light.
So this is my glitter holographic paper, and I'm just gonna trace one of my teardrop earrings, and then we're gonna cut those shapes out. Because I had an idea. I really like those holographic things people make where the holographic is in the mold, but since I don't have one of those molds, we're gonna do our own little twist on it. So just tracing around that shape with a pen. And then I'm going to connect the two ends. And then we're going to cut those shapes out. There we go. Alright, got our shapes cut out. And see how they're sparkly and holographic on the front? That's going to look really pretty. So I'm just going to get my resin, and I'm going to put some in the center and then spread it out. Making sure you reach those edges, but you want to try not to go over the edge. If you go over it a little bit, it's fine, but you want to try not to. You just want to coat the top of it and then cure that under the light. There we go. Now the goal was to just peel back the white part and it would just stick, but the resin didn't stick to the shiny part, so I ended up just peeling the shiny part off of the paper and attaching it to the resin. So that worked. Now we're going to mix up some black alcohol ink into our resin, and we're going to coat the back side of it. Giving it a dark coat will make those lights really pop. And remember, in UV resin, you want to do it in layers. So the first layer, yes, that looks a little thin, but if you make it too dark, the UV can't get through it, so it won't cure it. You have seen me make that mistake a number of times. It's fine. We live and we learn. Cure that one. Okay, that one's all cured. Gonna add our second layer onto it. Trying to scrape every bit out of this cup that I can so I don't have to make up a new batch. Now when this was done, it was still a bit transparent for what I wanted, so I may end up putting another layer on it. But don't worry, if I do, it'll be in another video because I never resin or anything else without turning my phone on and recording. So you guys literally get to go through everything step by step with me. I also did some resin circles. I know my camera's not in the best view right now. And then I pulled them to make the tails like we did the flowers before. And we're gonna make a set of blue glitter flowers. Look at how pretty that is. Now I'm gonna dome it real quick.
Every flaw she makes it true. Imperfections shine like new. Marbled skies and oceans crest, pouring out her soul's request.
Set that to cure.
No such thing as second best when she's wearing her own dress.
Cure the little circles that I made. I'm going to trim up the holographic piece that we just finished. I haven't decided if I'm going to do 2 and make them earrings or just do 1 and make it a pendant. But I definitely want it a little darker in the back. Flip over all of our flower pieces so we can cure the other side. Like it's cured, but it's still a little tacky, so I want to make sure it thoroughly cures. Anytime you're working with UV resin, you want to cure both sides. There we go. Now I mixed up some resin, some UV resin with some blue glitter, and I'm just going to fill these with blue glitter and trail it down the ends. Again, my camera angle was crap tonight. I'm sorry, guys. It was much later than I thought. It was almost 3 a.m. by the time I stopped. And since my desk is like right next to the window, I was getting cold. Now let me know in the comments if you guys have seen any snow yet, and what the predictions were for your area and what do you think you'll actually get. They told us anywhere from 6 to 15 inches of snow. I'm betting if we get anything, it'll just be like 1 to 2 inches. I'm not banking on a whole lot, because it was supposed to start snowing 2 hours ago, and it still hasn't started. If anything, I think we'll get more ice and rain than we will actually snow. And as I'm filling these, I'm just kind of sliding them under the UV light. And since it's a little thicker with glitter than you really want with your UV, I am going to cure these a few times, and then I'm going to flip them upside down and cure the other way too. Clean up the glitter mess. And flip them all over. And cure them again. So I'm going to pull out the ones that I know have cured. And I'm just kind of figuring out what design I want with them, how I want them to fit together. We're not going to finish this project tonight because I decided I also want to do some silver foil leaf flowers, well, petals as well, in between each one of the blue ones. So we're going to do the first part tonight, and then we will do the second part in the next video. I would have done the whole thing tonight, but again, it was almost 3 a.m. and I started getting dizzy because at one point I moved my head slightly and I went, whoa, the whole world just spun. I was like, wait a second, I took my meds today. This shouldn't be happening. So we will finish the flower up tomorrow. When hopefully my world doesn't keep spinning. But see, I want to put them in that pattern, and then every other one where there's a space, I want to do the silver foil leaf. And my first thought was to put this blue thing in the middle, but it didn't want to stay. And then I realized that even if I did that, doing it from the top, trying to cure it from the top, it wouldn't cure because it was too full of glitter. So I ended up taking it off, and I'm going to attach rhinestones to the center. And then once the rhinestones things cure tomorrow, I can flip the whole thing upside down and cure it from the bottom, where it's more likely to cure. And hopefully that all made sense. And right now I'm just putting tiny drops of resin in between each one of the petals so it can cure it together. Like, you'll be able to see some of the resin in between the petals, but once we add the silver foil leaf petals to it, you won't see that anymore. Oh look, now I moved the camera. Nice. I don't know. Okay, now we're adding rhinestones. Oh, and if you ever try to pick up rhinestones with the little wax pencil they give you, don't try picking them up off of a silicone mat. It doesn't work. They stick to the silicone mat. So that's why I use the lid. And I have my B7000 glue on the glitter piece, and I'm just attaching the rhinestones to the B7000 glue. So I'm going to do a circle of the medium-sized ones, and then I'll put a tiny one in the center. And is it just me, or do those look a little off-center? If you think it looks a little off-center too, let me know in the comments so that I know that I'm not just, going blind. It's super glittery. I love super glittery stuff. I was like, maybe I can stick it there. Nope, no, just give it up, Lacey. Just give it up. It's fine. And there we go. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys stay nice and safe and warm. Try not to go outside if you got snow in your area tomorrow. It's supposed to be really cold everywhere. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you guys next time. Just ignored it, I let go of your cold hand. I guess I saw it coming, yet it took me by surprise.